Thank you, Daryl. Really great news about that leak. Kayla and I actually said, wow, that's really great news. So we'll wait on your next update. Let's go back live now to Kennedy Space Center's visitor complex, where we have NASA's Dan Hewitt inside there with our new moon board. Dan, let's focus in on Orion now. It has three main elements, right?
That's right, Megan, and Orion is the spacecraft that's going to be carrying our Artemis astronauts off of planet Earth and then returning them home. As you said, three major components, so we'll jump in here at the top with the first one, the launch abort system. This is a critical safety feature on Orion, designed to pull the capsule away from the SLS stack in the event of an emergency on the pad or the way uphill. And it does that using three solid rocket motors. The first one, the abort motor, can fire within milliseconds of automatically detecting an issue, pulling the capsule away to a safe distance. After that, the attitude adjustment motor. This one will fire pulling the capsule away to a safe distance. After that, the attitude adjustment motor. This one will fire.
Hello? Okay, good. 1, 2. Okay, good. Okay, hello, my name is Kapoor, and this is my live stream of the Artemis 1 rocket. Just gonna turn that off for now. So, yeah, so this is the Artemis 1 rocket. For those people who do not know, Artemis 1 Artemis 1 rocket mission is to send people to the moon and eventually to Mars. So far, this is a test of Artemis 1. There will be no crew on board. No crew on board. This is just a test. We're going to go to the moon, around the moon, and come back. This is just a test to see the rocket. So as you can see in the corner, we expect it to be launched in about 32 minutes. And yeah. Well, if you're wondering what they're showing you right now, there is the crew cap. Well, not showing you sure, but okay. Before what they're showing you is the crew capsule. That is the that was where the crew. They still. That's where the crew would be there if there's any crew on here, but there is no crew on this mission. Now they're talking about the service. Now they're talking about the service module. This is kind of just like where they store their energy, fuel propellants, fuel engines. This is the kind of that stuff you can see right there. I mean, you could probably already see it, but like, yeah. So, with about 30 minutes to launch, they had a few issues earlier with with the hydrogen fuel they're using for the mission leaking, but it seems to be fixed now, and they also had an internet issue, but that was because of a um bad Ethernet switch, but it has all been like fixed out so far. So for now, at least we're good for launch. Yeah. So if anyone has any questions, you can put them in the chat. I'll answer them. Ooh, 3 viewers. Nice. Okay. I also put a poll there. So do you think Artemis 1 will launch? And you can put your poll in if you think it will launch or will not launch today. I'm honestly thinking it might launch today, but like, you can just set up a poll there. You can think. Yeah. Okay. I'll put the audio of the if on, I can put the audio of currently what's happening there. Okay, sure. I'll just put the audio what's currently happening. Just mind a second. Look a bit
electricity
quiet though.
to the crew module and the service module equipment so that they can operate. And the third function is the thermal control of the system. The service module accommodates radiators to reject the heat that is produced by all the equipment and
Okay,
the
you're
crew
here for
that will
now.
eventually be in the Orion. And finally, not on Artemis 1, but on future Artemis mission,
Yeah, so this is,
it
I'll put it
will
this for
have
now.
tanks
If
to
anyone has
store
any
the,
questions,
the
just
crew
put it in the
consumable,
chat.
the water, the oxygen, and the nitrogen.
Right. So we understand too that you are monitoring launch here in Firing Room 2 with us, and you also have a team.
You know what? I'll make this
picture
a
of that
bit
team right
quieter.
now,
It's
or
a bit
live
too
look
loud.
inside
Sorry.
ESA's control room in the Netherlands. So can you tell us what is your team working on today?
Okay.
Yes. Well, the ESA team is not only back in the Netherlands, it's one aspect, but we have also a significant team in the control room in Johnson, in the Mer control room. And their role is to monitor the telemetry from the
Yeah.
service module to make sure that all parameters are within their nominal behavior, that
So,
the operations are performed
no
also
questions
nominally,
so far?
and
So,
to identify if something goes wrong, if something goes not nominal. And if something non-nominal is
you know,
identified,
let's actually
then they
move
will have
this.
the role to support the NASA team to troubleshoot.
Just don't mind me. So my stream is a bit laggy, I noticed, but hopefully that gets fixed. It's like 3 seconds laggy, but I guess it'll be okay. Oh, okay. So, okay, I'll just now start talking more about the rocket itself. If anyone has any questions, please in the chat. But I don't know. I'll just talk some facts about it. So this rocket weighs 800. I mean, doesn't weigh. I mean, this rocket costs 800. Estimated to cost 800 to $900 million. Some estimates put it at $1 billion. The height is 98.98 meters, which is about like more than 270 feet. Like a bit more than that, actually. And yeah, so this rocket uses hydrogen fuel, which is where which I think some people consider which is considered the most efficient fuel in the world, but it is also really hard to work with. So that is one thing about the fuel. That's why they're like past three of the four failed launch attempts were because of a liquid hydrogen. Because the fuel of this rocket started leaking and because most people notice, but hydrogen leaks. Because hydrogen atoms, I mean, as to clarify, hydrogen atoms are really small, so it is really easy for it to leak, and you have to make these super complicated seals to hold in the hydrogen, because hydrogen is the smallest atom, so it's really hard to put it in. That's why three of the failures were liquid hydrogen leaks, and we almost had another liquid hydrogen fail of a delay, but fortunately they fixed that now, and that is good. And if you're wondering, that other time they couldn't launch was because of Hurricane Ian that came. So Hurricane Ian, and for obvious reasons, you can't launch a rocket during a hurricane. So that's why I couldn't launch when Hurricane Ian was around. But now everything is fixed. It should be able to launch now. Now I'll check chat. Okay. Any questions? Just I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna type it actually. Okay, I'm gonna see how many I'm just gonna check one thing quickly. Okay. I left a poll there so you can see if so if you can think Artemis will launch, you can just answer the poll. It will be in the chat. Okay. So now what they're talking about is at least those numbers and then possible landing spots. But okay, so we're below the 24-minute mark, 24 minutes left. Not too much more. Any questions? Just please leave it, or any comments. Just anything, just leave it in the chat. That's how I'll know. Okay. We're actually really close. Um these are pictures of the Apollo era and the first time we went to the moon. So yeah, this is a picture of the Apollo area. And these are some of the rocks we collected from the moon. We have actually collected over 60 pounds of rocks from the moon from the Apollo missions. That happened over 60 years ago. With the first one happened in 1969. And since then we had we had 7 missions with people on them. Apollo 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Those ones had crew on them. So this is kind of exciting because it's kind of exciting because it's the first time we're going back to the moon in over so much time, And yeah, even though it's not gonna bring humans to the moon again, but this is a test mission. Oh, I got a question in the chat. How many times did they try to launch before? They had 4 attempts. Three of them were three 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 of them were due to hydrogen failures and hydrogen leaks, and one of them was during one reason they couldn't launch it was during Hurricane Ian or Ian. How are we gonna pronounce that? I guess there's also this attempt. You could also make it count as 5 if you're including this attempt right now, but 4 if you're not. Oh, that's a really nice photo actually. Okay, we're about 20 minutes in. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oops. And look, if you can see the background, you see that orange thing right there? That okay. You can't see it. Okay, now it's blocked out. But that orange thing there is the Artemis rocket. How much will this mission cost? So the rocket itself costs 800 around 800 $900 million, with some estimates putting in the billion. Do you mean the entire Artemis thing or just like this launch? Because just this launch is like about $800-900 million, but the entire program of Artemis might be like closer to 5 billion. Would it? Oh, that's 5 billion. Assuming that the rocket, that's 5 billion from a NASA estimate, assuming that the rockets will get cheaper to launch. So just something to think about. Ooh, we're 19 minutes. Oh, this is the one that crashed into This is the one that crashed into that asteroid. That was pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that video is pretty cool. Oh, this is the when it that's part of the lunar sample that went back into the bulge kind of thing before you saw. Yeah, that was pretty cool, actually. Okay, that's my friend in the chat. Okay. Guess 3 members. We have, I think, any question, just ask me. Okay. Um. Ooh, past 18 minutes. Okay, the stream is like 6 seconds behind now, but I think it's whatever. 6 seconds. It doesn't never hurt anyone. Yeah. So what you're seeing right now is what's once we complete it, it's going to be called the orbital gateway. I actually had one of these posters actually. If you see one of my videos, my background, I had a poster that said gateway, and that actually was this. How many persons will they send to the moon? I can send up to 4 people. Oh, the people you're seeing right now are the people who are like currently like qualified to be able to go to the moon. They're not going to the moon on this mission, but like they're NASA gonna choose between them to send to the moon. Yeah, but getting back to the gateway thing before, that yeah, the gateway, that was like, yeah, when all those things they combine together be a gateway. And if you think about it, it's kind of like the ISS, International Space Station, but it's going to orbit around the moon, and it's completely funded by NASA. Except for compared to ISS, with like 17 different countries work together, including like rivals like the USA and Russia and stuff like that, and a lot of the EU countries actually, and Canada, and it's like a lot of more countries, like 17 in total. But yeah, but this one with the gateway before, yeah, that's only gonna be made by NASA. Ooh, we're in a 16-minute mark. Well, about 16-minute mark, I meant. Okay, fun fact: the hangar scene right now is the tallest single-floor building in the world. Okay, now we see an orchestra. Interesting. They're singing a song called "America the Beautiful." Okay, actually, let's listen to this music. Okay, I wanna let's like hear this music. Honestly. Yeah, this is the song "America the Beautiful." So this is the one they're playing right now. Let's go back to this. Your question about this launch, could you be a little bit more clarify? Could you clarify that question a bit more? past the 15-minute mark. 14 minutes and 42 seconds left. Hold on. Okay, so basic, how much time it'll take to lead to space? Basically, space is like about 60 miles away from Earth, so it's gonna be like the first few minutes actually, like 2-3 minutes till we reach space. Yeah, but to the moon it'll take like a week, not a week, but like 3 days.
Truly
Yeah.
beautiful performance. It really has
Okay,
me
yeah, the
feeling quite
performance is
emotional
over.
right now.
Yeah, perfect tribute for tonight's launch.
You know, it's just
Okay. Oh, you see Air Force One. I honestly don't like the new Air Force One. I like the old Air Force One. I don't like the new Air Force One they're gonna make. I just like the look of the old one better. Okay, anyway. This is Kamala Harris. Ooh, past the 13-minute mark. Ooh, this is really exciting actually. Really close. When it becomes like 2 minutes to launch, I will turn on the audio of Mission Control. Okay, this was the actor in a movie called Apollo 10, the mission before Apollo 11, the first mission where we sent humans to the moon. Okay. Um, how much time? Oh, I already answered the question. Yeah, 2-3 minutes for it'll take to get to space. And 4 people watching. Okay, my internet's lagging a bit. Oh no. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Oh. Okay, it's lagging a bit. Oh no. Okay. We're back. We're back. So what currently now? I'm there. I'm like answering questions about space on Twitter, and the question was, how did they feel in space? How many maximum people they have to send to moon on one trip? I mean, I guess like 4. Yeah, 4 people. Is Russia supporting the ISS? Russia helped build the ISS, but now it's getting a bit murky because of the Ukrainian-Russian war. But I mean, they did help support it, but like if they still support it because of the Russian-Ukraine wars, still I guess up to debate actually. Let's say. Okay. Ooh, 10 minutes 30 seconds, almost there. I wonder why they use like a bright green background in here for the timer. Kind of a weird color choice. Oh wow, do you see the rocket in the corner? I want to put my cursor here. See? And this right here is like a water tower. And this I don't know if you can see like where I'm pointing at, but this is like a it's actually like of course you don't see older fuel in here, but it's like part of where they store the fuel. Like you see these 3 tanks here. It's a bit hard to see because of the lighting. Ooh, 10-minute mark. We're holding. Okay, wait, I need we're holding. Wait, I'm gonna see why they're holding.
Hydrogen are 100%, along with the upper stage of the
Why is
liquid
it being
hydrogen side of the equation. So we're just waiting on the complete tanking of the upper stage liquid hydrogen. Now, with regards to the range issue that we had, we just got an update from the range, the 45th Space Wing officer reporting in to the NASA test director that the Ethernet switch has been replaced. This problematic switch took down their ability to see radar from one of their assets, which is key in getting acquisition and signal for the flight termination system if it were to be needed. Of course, this is a critical system that has to be tested before we can launch. So at the moment, we're looking still at a 1:04 a.m. Eastern Time launch. But it is pretty clear from the work that is ahead that it looks like we're going to slip into that window. How much exactly, we don't have an accurate calculation from the launch team as of right now. But of course, we're anticipating that. So for the moment, you see on your clock now, we are in the T-minus 10-minute hold. We just entered that, and now roughly we're looking at 28 minutes to resume terminal count. The launch team will assess what work needs to be done, how that syncs up with the range getting back online with their equipment, and then we should have a new T0 for you soon. That's the latest from Firing Room 1 here at the Kennedy Space Center. Megan, back to you.
So things are obviously still very dynamic. We're going to come back to Daryl.
Okay, so basically, the Ethernet switch I talked about like earlier in the stream, that yeah, they're still having issues with that, so we're on temporary hold. They're estimating an extra 28 minutes, but we'll see what the final time is. They said they'll update us shortly. Okay, any other questions? Does Amazon don't have bigger building than NASA? NASA doesn't have the hangar is not the biggest building, but it's the biggest single floor. I mean, the tallest single floor building in the world. And this is the Apollo mission. This is the Apollo rocket. Saturn V. I wonder what they call it a Saturn V actually. Kind of a weird name for a rocket that's supposed to go to the moon. Okay. It's like a really famous clip. So, any other questions or stuff like that? Okay, we're still live. Like, I might sleep a little late tonight. Okay. So, do you guys have any? Okay, so 2 viewers. See, like all the questions come in from one person. Like anyone have any question, just ask me. Or you can also do the poll too. I'm not gonna see the status in the poll. You guys still can participate in this poll. It's been on for like 1 hour. Oh, at 4 votes? Oh, everyone has voted yes actually. Oh, I didn't read it. Oh, I didn't read it properly. Oh, okay. Okay, that's okay. I thought it'd be like. Okay, I'm surprised with that. What do you guys still think? Do you guys still think that it will launch now? Today or Thursday? Okay. I think they're not. I feel bad for some people who went from different countries to like watch the launches and like the previous launches when they failed, like when they failed to launch. You know. So you guys are like interviewing people from the audience there. So we're still on a hold. We're still on a hold. Still on a hold. So does anyone like have any questions, or you want me to explain about something, or stuff like that? I really hope it launches. Cause I don't know, it's been like months since like the first attempt. How far people stand from this nest? So the people in the reporters booth before, they're standing actually 2 miles away. But the crowd audience, the people who like now just saw before, are standing about three, three and a half miles. Yeah, 3.5 miles. Oh, wait, this in. Okay, they're explaining something about the rocket, I guess. And if you probably can't see this, but on like the left corner right here, this is actually the rocket that took us to the moon. I doubt it. You can see it, but like right there. Oh, man, the stream's actually really laggy. Okay. So this is what the rocket is. I feel like one of you might have a question about the why there are bunch of like black squares on the all over the rocket. I feel like one of you has a question about that. Black and white squares all over the rocket. And the reason that is so I mean is to track the rocket because like we do have guidance computer, but if we want to check out our camera, like we can use the black and white squares to kind of track it, and especially spinning. So if the rocket spins, it's a little hard to tell because it's like a cylinder. A cylinder spinning is kind of hard to tell if it like how much it spins, right? But with the black and white squares, it's kind of easy to tell how much it spins. I mean, yeah, there's one rock. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, there was one rocket that just burned up in the Earth's atmosphere. Why time is on hold? Time is on hold is because they're having like a. Funny enough, they're having the Ethernet switch kind of which runs the internet is having issues. So yeah, I guess NASA has internet issues. You could say that. Yeah. 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 I guess you could. Yeah, you could say NASA's internet issues. They said they're gonna update us shortly, but it's already been like 5 minutes maybe. So I have no idea. They're estimating about 28 minutes though. So it could be sooner. It could be longer. Oh, my screen is freezing. No, I am alive actually. Yeah. Okay. Oh, their stream is actually lagging because I'm still live. Oh. I guess your live stream also has internet issues. No. Okay, I guess I can, cause now we're stuck on a string. So I guess I can talk about the SRBs, the solar rocket boosters. So these, they last about 2 minutes. It's because they're very powerful, but use their fuel very quickly. So there'll be two of these on the side of the rocket of the SLS, also called strap-on boosters. There are solid rocket boosters, and it will produce 75% thrust of the vehicle for like 2 minutes, and also 90% of the steering of the vehicle. Okay, actually, no, the chat is fine. Is your actually streamlining? Okay, I'm just gonna reload this actually. Oh, 5 viewers actually. Okay, I think I might have internet issues. I do not know though. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely internet issues. Yeah. Oh, oh, I thought for a second I had 9 viewers. Oh no. Okay, we're back. Okay, yeah. So I was gonna with SRBs, yeah. Fun fact about this rocket actually, the RS-25 engines on the core stage or the orange part of the rocket are actually considered by some people as the actually are an extremely efficient rocket engine, with having a specific impulse of nearly 400 actually. Um, the specific oh yeah, you can see a nice shot here. In order for a rocket, the specific for these people wondering, specific impulse or ISP is how long it can burn a pound of fuel for. So 425 seconds it can RS-25, making it an extremely efficient rocket engine. Fun fact. Oh, I got two chats. What is your favorite rocket? I mean, I don't know. The Saturn V is up there. The Falcon 9 is also there. Starship, but I don't know if that doesn't count because it hasn't been done yet. Artemis is also pretty good. So Artemis, Falcon 9, Saturn V, and if you consider Starship once it's done. What is best movie to watch on space rocket? I mean, I don't know. I like the Apollo 13. I like First Man, honestly. But I don't know, to be honest. Oh yeah, the Tesla car. Oh yeah, you can actually track it. You can go to the website. I have forgot the name of the website, but yeah, you can go to a website and like track the exact location. It's actually it's actually really far away from Earth now, and traveling at 25,000 miles per hour. That was a really fun launch, actually. A Falcon Heavy. They were originally actually going to launch like a concrete brick into space, but they instead did Elon Musk's car into space. Which I thought was pretty interesting, honestly. Okay, we're still on a hold. I really hope they launch today, actually. I feel a little tired, honestly. And actually, I'm gonna be back in like 2 seconds. I'll be back. I'm gonna be back in like a minute. I'm gonna just keep the chat audio on for now. They did delay by 25 minutes. Wait, what did it say? Okay, I mean, I'll come back in like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna keep the audio of the thing on
What it
for
was
now.
during the Apollo era. When Apollo 11 launched, there was only one female engineer in the firing room. Today's launch of Artemis 1 is led by NASA's first ever female launch director. Take a look at how she and other women across NASA are shattering glass ceilings.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to be an astronaut,
a scientist,
a doctor,
a fighter pilot.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to grow up to be strong and independent.
When we were asked to draw a picture of what we wanted to be when we grew up, I drew an astronaut standing on the surface of the moon.
All I thought about was when I was going to get to NASA.
It's a huge honor to be NASA's first female launch director. To be the launch director for Artemis, NASA has so many wonderful women pioneers, so many heroes to me.
Some of the most amazing women in my eyes are people like Katherine Johnson and the other women that you've seen in Hidden Figures.
Sometimes it's difficult to believe that I'm on this side now wearing this blue flight suit with all of the other astronauts, representing this iconic image that had so inspired and excited me my entire life.
Being of South Asian heritage, Kalpana Chawla was just such a big thing for me growing up.
I've always looked up to Sally Ride and Mae Jemison, who really laid the foundation to allow people like me to be in the position that I am now.
All of these women were pushing those boundaries and breaking those glass ceilings.
Now, of course, there are some fantastic women in leadership positions that inspire me every day.
So much has changed since the Apollo program. During the Apollo 11 launch, we had one woman, one out of 400 engineers in the room. And I look at our team today, it's much more a reflection of the world that we live in.
A big piece of why it's so important to have women and diverse backgrounds, because it allows us to bring everybody along with us on this journey.
It doesn't really matter what you look like if you've got the brains.
Okay, I'm back, I guess. So, do the capsules hold people? I mean, not yet they hold people, but they don't hold it yet, but they are going to hold it soon for the next missions. And because this is just a test mission, you know? Okay. So I seem to be caught up with chat for now. But yeah, that's all the things I have for now. That's all except I had in chat for now. Okay. Oh yeah, that picture right there, that like a window thing you saw before, that was a concept for a gateway. I talked about kind of earlier on. For 20 chat messages. What is it that it says? See, do you see that banner on the countries above? Those were like some of the countries that helped. There's 17 in total though. Okay. No more chat messages. Why didn't they have put it on hold? Okay, the reason I put it on is kind of funny actually. So their Ethernet switch, which is responsible for internet, is kind of wasn't working. So and this is very important because without the switch, in case there's a failure on their mission, they can't blow up the rocket, which can be extremely dangerous. So if they cannot, so yeah, that's why it's currently on hold. They said about 15 minutes they'll fix it in, and 28 minutes to fix it in, and it already has been 20. So they should finish it pretty soon. Honestly, they should finish it pretty soon. Yeah, but do you guys think they will launch it today or later day? Just why do you think in the chat below? Or change your answer in the poll. 5. Oh, I keep thinking I have 9 viewers and I have 5. Okay. I'm gonna check my stream out. Just give me a sec. Oh, I get a question. How many types of fuel they use? Okay, so they use Oh, wait. Yeah, they use on the Artemis mission. They only use one type of fuel. They use a liquid hydrogen and a liquid oxygen, or also known as LOX, LOX. As their oxidizer, but their fuel they use is liquid hydrogen, which has to be cooled down to negative 423 degrees Fahrenheit, which I do not know in Celsius. But it's pretty close. The Fahrenheit and Celsius number is pretty close. Yeah, so yeah, that's the answer to that question, I guess. Okay. Oh, 7 viewers. Hello. I guess 7 viewers now on. Hi. I have a poll in chat you can answer. If any questions, just please ask me. We're currently in a 10-minute hold. Yeah. There's a poll. Do you think Artemis will launch today? And there's a poll in the chat. You can answer it if you want. Currently, there's 4 responses, and there's 7 people. So currently watching. So, oh, this is actually what they're showing now. Is the space shuttle. I think now they're showing Artemis again. But yeah. You see okay, I'm gonna use my cursor and show you this. Oh, sorry. You see this area right here that my mouse is moving. Yeah, this part right here. This is where the crew. Well, actually, no, this part right here. This is where the crew will be when they launch when they actually do the launch to the moon. Currently, it's not, but accidentally paused it. Currently, it's not, but that's where the area they'll put it. Oh god, I dropped from 73 viewers. Okay. Okay. Kind of running out of things to talk about now. Oh, actually, yeah. No, there's an idea. This idea is there's cancelled, but there's actually an idea to use actually nuclear propellant to power the second stage of the rocket. Actually, it never went past the design phase, but it was a concept idea. But I can say they do not use nuclear propellant to power the engines. Although they could use it for the rovers though, kind of like what Perseverance and Curiosity, they both on the Mars rovers, they both use nuclear propellant. And like a lot of other missions actually, including the Voyager missions. Okay. What is a mission control? And this this is a rock on the moon. This piece right there used to be in the president's desk. They used to put this rock on the president's desk. Yeah, but I guess it's not anymore on the president's desk, but like it used to be. Yeah. That's a rock from the moon, by the way. I should have mentioned that actually. What if like yeah. But he later would remove the rock from his desk. Cause for like two reasons. For a reason, cause it took way too much space. And I could see how it would actually. And they're really zooming into the rock, I guess. Yeah, but this is the rock from the moon actually. Yeah. I think this was actually the first rock that the lunar astronauts collected, but I'm not 100% sure about that one. But yeah, we got this rock over 50 years ago. When a different president was there, like a long, long time ago. Can we see the launch of Tesla? Tesla car is like a satellite. Oh, I got a question. Tesla car is like a satellite, or is it like going away from Earth? No, it's going away from Earth. It might actually eventually catch up to us in like a few hundred years. Come back to Earth in a few hundred years, but no. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna find that website actually. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, this is a link to the website where you can actually track the Tesla rover. The Tesla. Although I would admit it's not that good a website. Okay. Okay, so on currently the website it's saying it's 195 million miles away from Earth. And it's traveling at 10,000 miles an hour. Does the link work? Because it's working for me. I'll send the link again. I'll open Google Chrome. Oh yeah, no, the link is working. Oh wait, does it? I don't think it's working for Safari though. Oh no, it's working. It works. Okay, yeah, the link works. You can see the position of it actually. Oh, okay. It has achieved the Tesla Roadster. It has achieved a fuel economy of 19,000 miles per gallon. So yeah, that's a little funny actually. Okay. Oop, I accidentally the chat window. Okay. But going back to the topic of Artemis. Anyone has questions? This camera's looking really blurry. Oh no, this is the Sun 5, the rocket that before carried us to the moon. Of course, we didn't use this rocket because we wouldn't have all the pieces. Like one part of it is to be on the moon, but they were going to launch this rocket, but they did not. They canceled 3 Apollo missions, but yeah. Okay, I really hope they're launching now. Okay, well, it's already. It says Germany currently. Oof. 5 years, not bad. Wait, I'm gonna check it with got canceled. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put my mic on mute for a second. Just.
In Bremen, Germany, again, the Airbus company. All right, so let's get another check on the launch team with our Daryl Nail, who's inside there and has an update for us.
Yeah, that's right, Megan. So we are clearly in a delay now. The NASA test director, who's basically flying the ship for the launch countdown tonight, has said that we are extending the hold that we were currently in at T-minus 10 minutes and counting. And so that puts us off the 1:04 a.m. Eastern Time launch. We're now slipping indefinitely into the hold. And NASA Test Director Carlos Monge saying that we are currently estimating how much work needs to be done before resuming the polling that is supposed to take place 15 minutes before launch. It then goes to terminal count at T-minus 10 minutes. Now, we've got an update on the tanking of the upper stage liquid hydrogen tank. Currently 95% filled. We're in topping on that tank. It is the last of 4 tanks in the Space Launch System that needed to be completely fueled up before we launch. Of course, cryogenic tanking, a complex operation that has seen some delays tonight. We had a roughly hour delay after a replenish valve.
Okay. So they're gonna extend the hold. Yeah, and they're about to give our estimated time. Although it's now not we're not gonna hit the 10:04 p.m. launch time. It's gonna be delayed. What a sleep soon. If you've seen a rocket, it's called ESA. ESA, right there. That is then the European Space Agency, because they also help building the rocket. So yeah, ESA. There. They didn't help build. They're not helping build Gateway, but they're just helping build the part of the rocket actually. And you want? Oh wow, they really got like this camera. It's like a security camera. It looks like really blurry this way. I know NASA would have like a higher thing. Okay, if you notice on the orange fuel tank here, it's kind of seems kind of bumpy, and the reason for that is because the fuel in here has to be cold. The fuel on here has to be cold. The liquid hydrogen has to be cold at negative 493 Fahrenheit. So the reason for the bumps is to cool it down, to make it still go in space. I mean, obviously not enough to do it because it's like really cold, but like, yeah, yeah. 5 years, not bad. Okay. I just realized my camera thing. I just realized part of the bottom is actually cut off. I'm just gonna raise it up. Okay, I'm gonna see that fix it out actually. Is this better? Oh yeah, no, yeah, this is better. I think, yeah. Full guitar. Oh yeah, this is the ISS. Actually, this is the ISS, and they're gonna yeah. Oh yeah. This is called a cupola. Actually, what you're seeing right now, that really cool window thing, that's called a cupola. This is testing for the spacesuits, as you could see in the title. And that before I saw there was an idea for one of the I guess Martian rovers. It's super tired. You can see how the shoot changed a lot. They're like still iterating the shoot. I mean now it's nailed down, but like this is like the testing page. Yeah, this is I think this was the final design actually currently. Yeah. This was the final design for a space shoot. But those shoes are heavy actually. They get to up to like 200 pounds actually. So they're actually really heavy actually. For the mock-ups, they're not. But also one thing to think about it is if you're gonna be in the moon, the gravity is less, so the suit will weigh way less. Yeah. Oh, this blue dots right now is ice actually. It's ice, and like that also means water. And you know what water means. You can drink water. So we're probably gonna go to like the South Pole for the we're going to the South Pole for our first lunar mission. For I mean our first Artemis like lunar human missions. It's like part of the trailer actually. Looks really cool, doesn't it? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? I have not received any other messages besides the links I sent you. That's what I'm up to. I thought they quickly tell us what time we're coming. We're still waiting for an estimate though. What are your thoughts on okay, like I probably can't answer this question. This is more of a question for an astronaut. Good. Yeah. Oh, can you see the rocket in the background now? I've already done this before, but I won't see it. Can you still see it? The rocket in the background? Still have 10 minutes though. And if in the titles it said 6 months, but like the actual mission, the like some of the later missions are aiming to be 6 month long missions, but this mission will not be 6 months long. Okay, I guess like thing, any other questions? I really hope they launch on it. I really hope they launch. Yeah. So have you considered? Okay, you hear some questions on there. So oh, if you're wondering about like the white smoke coming from there, it's actually water vapor. Because if you think about it, the tanks are super, super cold. So their tanks are super, super cold. So any like also nighttime here, so like 1 a.m. in here, so it's gonna be also really cold. So like the humidity, like the thing, any water away from that will instantly get freeze and eventually evaporate. Why is the spacesuit orange in color? I mean, they can make it any color, but I guess it's just a personal decision. It can also use to like show what mission what it is, because you can like orange suits are usually high altitude suits. They're usually not. I mean, they're orange suits are usually like the ones that are high altitude suits. They're not the one that you go outside in space. It's just the one you wear inside when you're inside the rocket, just in case some failure happens. But they're not the. You can't go in those outside in space. At least most of them, at least. Yes. Okay. So, if you could name if you could name one of the traders, which I don't know. I might name it after myself. I don't know. I think they won't launch today. I mean, I hope they launch today, but like, maybe. Hopefully if they fix the internet issue, Ethernet issues, they will get it. It's still kind of funny though. Like now still having better internet. I don't expect like a $22 billion space organization, space organization to have bad internet, but like, yeah. Okay. Ooh, 5 years. My year count is always fluctuating. What will Orion do when it get to the moon? Okay, so if you don't know, Orion is is the name of the capsule that will send humans. That the capsule where the humans are gonna be. So you can think about Orion as kind of the home for the astronauts on the moon, and when they're in space, you can think about it as their home. So like, what use is your home thing? It's kind of like that. Well, this song looks really nice actually, especially the fire in the background you see there, and that fire is burnt like fuel. It's fuel. I really hope they launch. Actually, what's actually really special about this launch pad? So the launch pad they're launching at is it's the same launch they launched the first Apollo mission. So that kind of makes it kind of falling in the same launch thing. Okay, I think they could have used a better font there. Just saying. What should drill? This is to get like lunar dust or rocks, even I should say. Stuff and rocks. Yeah. So the water in there is actually going to be an ice form. This in the text is actually an ice because the moon is really cold. Actually, it's really hot and really cold. So the side that's facing the sun is 200 Fahrenheit, but the side that's facing not the sun is negative 200 Fahrenheit. So, yeah. I guess the moon can consider the moon cold and hot. The one here is Prime 1. It's supposed to like a dig for moon rocks. Yeah, so any question? Oh, I don't know if it's gonna launch today or not. I really hope they do, but I do not know if it's gonna launch or not. Not a school day too. Yeah. Oh, this laser right there is to like kind of like check what rock what it has, kind of what elements. What is the composition of the rocks? As we say, yeah. Whether it has water or not. Yeah, that's the point of the drill is. What the drill is. I'm lagging a bit. Although I think your screen should be fine, but mine's is lagging a bit. Mine's a little bit delayed. So the Viper will be the rover there, so that's why it's on the trail. But the Prime one is the stationary thing; it's not moving. A little weird. They made the internet trail. I mean, like the signals go back to somewhere in Mexico. In the map, I mean. So those are kind of like donuts. I mean, I would say like those kind of rocks. Those are like the home thing. We still don't have a concrete design where our stationary like home will be, but that's a concept. Ooh, in the background, you see that? Do you see that right there? This is Apollo Mission 8, and the reason, yeah, because this is the flight pad, and it looks kind of like an 8 on us. It looks like an 8, but like I guess Earth very close. Oh wait, no. I mean, this is the. I mean, the launch pad. This is the launch pad that's right next to the Apollo mission. This was not. No, the Apollo mission launched in pad 38, not 39. I meant. Oh no, that's a beast. Those are gonna strap up at 2 minutes in the flight. And that top corner there's an ejection system, so in case they have an emergency, they can eject. That's for it now. But if they need to eject, it's already too late, so they jettison that. And after 8 minutes, the orange core fuel will lose all its 2.7 million pounds of fuel, and just drop it somewhere in the ocean. Hopefully, at least. And because there's no air in the moon, yeah. I mean, not on the moon or space. I mean, I guess there's also no air in the moon too. They can still hear. Okay. Okay. This is okay. So when this is called, it's called main engine. It's called MECO, or stands for main engine cutoff. Because it's the main part, the orange one. Oh no. It's lagging badly. Okay, we're back online. Oh no! Oh, the already didn't say that. Okay. One thing happened, but I guess it lagged. So it's gonna slowly gonna take 3 days to get to the moon. After that, yeah. After a burn of this, they're gonna ditch this part right here, and then they're gonna be this, and then gonna go to the moon, and this part right here, and this tiny part here, and see, this is just make like tiny orbital correction, like turn around the vehicle. Oh, I can control it with a sand axe. That's pretty fancy. Oh yeah, see now they jettison that, and now they're gonna take the 3 day trip to the moon. You think Elon Musk will launch human on Mars in the next 10 years? I mean, in the next 10 years, yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance that might happen. Okay, so now they open the satellites and they're still waiting for the 3 day trip to the moon. And this is the part where I talked about RCS, or rotational control system. That's gonna make tiny edits, corrections to go perfectly to the moon. And the main engine behind there is just to like slow down a vehicle to get ready to land. But our landing today just should go around the moon. Why am I still on? Oh, okay, I'm live now. Yeah, see the doing this burn to slow down the vehicle and to get ready to land the moon. But like, I mean, like they're not gonna land on the moon. It's just an experiment. They're gonna land the moon. But yeah. Okay, wait. I'm gonna check if any other status on the thing. Give me a second.
Trajectory,
I'm
which
gonna
you
get the
get on
desktop
some of the
audio on
Apollo
mine.
missions.
So you can
Well,
hear what
in
they say.
DRO, it's a very stable orbit. It doesn't require a lot of fuel to maintain that area around the moon. So it gives you a lot of time to really test the spacecraft. If you followed with any craft, you know there's only so much testing you can do on the ground. Once you actually put all of that hardware in space, in the environment that it's going to be operating, hundreds of thousands of miles away from Earth, you're going to learn things you didn't even realize about everything from communications, the life support systems, the thermal control. Everything on a spacecraft needs to get put through its paces in this environment before we put people on board. And that's why we're heading out to DRO. Eventually, though, it's going to be time to come home, and we will do a DRO departure maneuver. This, again, firing up that orbital maneuvering system engine and others on the service module, and this is what's going to commit us from leaving the moon and heading on back towards Earth. We'll dip in once more, close off the lunar surface, slingshot and use the lunar gravity to do this return-powered flyby, and then, similar to the way out, we can make correction burns as we kind of fine-tune our path back towards the Earth. And then it's time for re-entry. A couple of things happen before that. One of the really critical ones, spacecraft separation. We're going to detach the European service module shortly before re-entry. Its job largely done. That burns up in the Earth's atmosphere and reveals on the crew module the heat shield. I circled it earlier. This is goal number 1 of the Artemis mission. Artemis 1 mission is testing this heat shield at lunar return velocities, because when we make that trip around the moon and we come back, we are going in speeds of excess of 20,000 miles an hour. So when we slam into the Earth's atmosphere, it's going to heat that thing up to more than 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. For the Artemis 1 profile, we're going to do what's known as a skip re-entry. So basically, you can come in too shallow and skip off the atmosphere, too narrow, and you're going to do what's known as a ballistic entry, which really heats things up. We're going to do kind of a mix where we're going to skip once off the atmosphere, and that we're still going to get the heat, but that helps to reduce some of the G loads on the crew. Once you're through that, you get to parachute deploy. There's 11 parachutes in total that are going to slow Orion down before it splashes down. We're going to be going from 20,000 miles an hour to about 300 miles an hour before those parachutes deploy, and then they do a final job of getting it in the water in the South Pacific. We've got these big orange balloons. That's an uprighting system, so even if Orion landed in the water upside down, those can inflate, and they put us back upright into what's known as stable 1. That's where you want your spacecraft to be, nice and upright in the water, especially if you're an astronaut in there floating. Now, we also have a large U.S. Navy ship with a big bay that's going to basically come up and swallow Orion into its deck, and you've got a couple of other assets in the area to help recover hardware, the forward bay cover, parachutes, things like that. But that's scheduled to happen 26 days after a launch today. So that's 26 days from liftoff here in Florida around the moon to a splashdown in the Pacific, and that will be the first mission in the Artemis program, the farthest we've ever sent a human-rated spacecraft in history, and just the first step.
I don't know if they're gonna launch it anymore. I would still do on the first. I don't know if they're gonna launch it anymore. At this point, I hope they do. I really hope they do. But I mean, at this point, I shouldn't doubt if they're actually gonna launch it. Yeah, so oh, actually, that is like the ring thing you saw in the before. That was actually concept by Warner One Brown for a space for I should probably turn that off. A space thing for a community for like space, kind of like a thing where humans can go and they're going to spin around to create artificial gravity. Oh, this is the one when they got the sample. This is the new administrator. Right before was the moon. Now they're putting their trailer. I really hope they launch this actually. I don't think they're gonna launch it actually. Yeah, I don't know. This stream has been going on for like sorry, oops, accidentally opened my turn side. Oh no, my computer's lagging really bad. Like it was supposed to launch like 40 minutes ago. At this point, actually, it's been around for like an hour and 30 minutes. I don't know if they're gonna launch at this point. I'm really tired. If you have any questions, I can answer them soon. But then, yeah, I don't know if we're gonna launch. Like, if any other question, just tell me now. Because I don't know. I think we might have a yeah. Any other question? Just like put them in chat now. All the question I got is up to I think it won't launch. At like up to comments. If any comments, just type it now. Yeah, and I'll question I can answer them now. All the rest of them I'll just I might end it actually. Just type it now if you have any questions. And I got a lot of comments on this actually. Any other questions? Comments? Huh? Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is footage from the Apollo. Okay, not anymore, but before it was the footage of the Apollo missions, ISS, spacewalk. More picture of the ISS. This is the I'm surprised I actually haven't talked about the lunar lander actually. So I was just wondering, the lunar lander was going to be made by SpaceX, and they're going to make the lunar lander. Okay. Oh, this show looks pretty good actually. Okay. Sounds like the 100th time it is it? Um. Okay. The sad part about this is this because like the failure is like an Ethernet issue. Their Ethernet is not even with the Ethernet. It's not even like a serious issue. Just like their internet is wrong. Something bad with the Ethernet connection. Which I guess most people know what an Ethernet connection is actually. Like any questions? So I'll probably end this soon. And I don't even a long check. Wait, this specified. I'm gonna check on it. I'm gonna check if they updated their status. Oh no, they don't have anything on it. Okay. I guess it's been going on for like an hour and 30 minutes. Okay. So, this. Oh, wait, no. Okay, so I'm like about to end it. So, does anyone have any last questions or anything? Because I'm about to end it right now. Any last questions? Because I'm about to end it. No last comments, updates. All the comment I got up to is like they are not giving any update. Are you sure this is like because I'm about to end this. Actually, you know what? I'll give until like the stream's at 1 hour 30 minutes for any of you to put any questions in. But after that, I'm just gonna end the stream. You have until like the stream is 1 hour 30 minutes to like give your question. Then I'm just gonna end it. If not today, when will they launch? Actually, that's a good question. I'm gonna actually check that actually. Give me a second. Okay, onto the backup time. They don't have a backup time now. Okay, good. Okay, you have like 40 seconds to answer like any questions you want because we're about to end the stream. That's weird. My devices are updated differently. Just okay. If I didn't respond to your comment, you might want to try typing it again. Cause like my two devices that I'm running this on, I'm running the stream thing on. They're telling me different amount of like chat. Oh, so we'll take the rocket back to the hangar. If you're gonna launch like in a few days, they won't. But if you're gonna be like for a long time, yeah, they are. If you're gonna be like in a month, yeah, they'll take it back to the hangar. Okay. If this is everything, I'm just gonna end the stream now. So yeah. Bye bye. Hopefully next time they will launch it. See ya.